What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Party Chat podcast, also known as Party Chat, also known as the chill spot to be to talk about games and TV and stuff. I'm Kyle, and today, as always in every episode we've made so far, and probably will ever make, maybe, I'm joined with Mup.
How's it going, dude?
There he
It's
is.
me, all day, every day. Every podcast, every day of your life, always. I'll always be there, dude.
Every way. You
Every
forgot
way,
to say
dude.
every way.
Sorry, my bad.
Close enough. I'm joined here with Mup as always. Mup, the co-host, the boy.
It was very, very nice and gentle entrance you had there,
I
Kyle.
figured we make it. I mean, it's
It was
late.
real chill,
It's 10 p.m. right now. It's late. We just chilling. We booling. I just wanted to talk about some stuff that's been going on in the gaming community, as we had last week's episode was about TV and movies, specifically titled the one about TV and movies. This one is about different games and stuff, or games, accessories, and gaming industry, as you will. And we have on the topics, we have Razer and Xbox are making some keyboard and mouse support available.
Mm-hmm.
We have PlayStation allowing cross-platform play with Fortnite,
Ooh, they
possibly
sure are.
more games. The new Pokemon revealed for Pokemon Go / Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee Meltan. Then we have the leaked Harry Potter game that was leaked very recently on Reddit, or maybe it was 4chan. I don't know where it was leaked first. I saw it on Reddit. And then we have Telltale Games being shut down. That did happen a couple weeks ago, but there are some like very, very serious things going on with that involving lawsuits and whatnot. And then we have Bungie. Shout out to the boys at Bungie. If you're listening, I love you. Sponsor me. They filed a trademark for something called Matter, and they even have a logo of it, so it's pretty cool. You'll probably see the logo on the thumbnail. But yeah, so let's jump into it with mouse and keyboard support for Xbox. So this was interesting when it came out. I was very excited because if they haven't said exactly what this is for, like what games and stuff, but if it's for let's say, well, because there was already mouse and keyboard support for Minecraft. I know that firsthand because that's what I did whenever we had our War of Ska on Minecraft. I used mouse and keyboard to play that because I cannot stand playing Minecraft on the controller.
It's very weird.
Yes, it's very slow. But if they allow mouse and keyboard for, I assume they're gonna start with first-party games because that's the only thing that would make sense. And they said, I read that you can plug any mouse and keyboard in, but they are specifically promoting Razer because Razer is like the most well-known, apart from like Corsair and all the other other places. But Razer is probably the most popular gaming branded.
Most of the time when you think gaming, you think Razer.
Yeah. Is it Razer laptops? Whatever. So they're promoting that. So if they allow it, let's say for first party titles and exclusives like PUBG, if you allow mouse and keyboard support for PUBG, that's pretty crazy. Because not only PUBG's capped at 60 at 30 frames on console, which I didn't know. I thought it was a lot faster. I thought it was more than that.
PUBG on Xbox?
Yeah, apparently that's
God,
capped. No. Yeah, that's what I read.
No.
It was capped at 30.
100% don't doubt that.
And I was like, it feels like it's faster than that.
No, it doesn't. It is so goddamn laggy.
Well, I mean, I play on the 1X, so maybe that's why.
Yeah.
But apparently I read that it's capped, and I was like, it feels a lot smoother than that. At least in the menus. Maybe not necessarily in the game, but in the menus it looks like it's 60 frames. Because I have played it on PC as well. But if they allow that, that's wild. Like, that's actually crazy. Because, one, that would give you an insane advantage if you're put in the same lobbies. Because you can already do mouse and keyboard with PS4 on Fortnite, for fact. And that puts you in the same lobbies. Actually, I think they updated it to where now it puts you in PC lobbies. I think they changed it, but I'm not 100% sure. Because there was some guy during a tournament that was using keyboard and mouse. He ended up winning, and people were like, he's cheating. And it was like, if it's there, it's not cheating, Anyways. But yeah, if they bring it to say PUBG, they have they just put Daisy on there on Xbox, which I haven't tried and I'm not going to until it's at least somewhat updated, because from what I've read, it's just like it was when it came out on PC 6 years ago.
Yeah.
They can do it with Halo, Call of Duty, fuck, I don't know, like just
They could do
tons
with
of
a lot
games.
of Basically, they could start to integrate it into every game that they ever, because it wouldn't be that hard to integrate keyboard and mouse into every game that they release. I don't see why they
It's really
wouldn't.
just like an option. It's just
Yeah.
like, oh, you plugged in a keyboard and mouse. Do you want to
Yeah.
play with that? And it's like, yes. And it's like, okay, there you go. Like, but that's pretty game changing, because them doing that, not only does that give you an advantage if you're put into the same lobbies, let's say in a first person shooter or a third person shooter, or like playing like the Division or something with the keyboard and mouse is probably a lot more enjoyable than it is playing with the controller. Division 2 dropping next year and whatnot. They could, like, they're turning the specifically the One X, because the One X is a 4K 60 FPS console practically. They're turning it into a budget PC.
Yeah.
Like,
Kinda.
I mean, if they allowed keyboard and mouse for every game on the console, and that comes out on the console, that's just like natively supported. Maybe besides backwards compatible titles, because that would be fucking wild. It's practically a $500 4K 60 frames per second PC, because like you can play Halo 5 at 4K 60 frames with the One X. You can play, the only thing you can't play is like I almost said Bungie, is like Destiny and stuff, which I mean that's Bungie's call,
Yeah.
not necessarily Xbox's call. Bungie, the fuck are you doing? You should have chosen 60 frames, not 4K. But anyways, so like, especially if they have games that like have an option for like, oh, do you want to, like The Witcher 3 out, like, oh, do you want to play in 60 frames mode or do you want to play in 4K mode? And then like if it's 60, it's 1080p, and if it's 4K, it's 30 frames per second. And then if they're like, oh, you can use a mouse and keyboard, it's like, okay, cool. Like, thanks for the option. And some people will be like, no, I don't want to do that. And it's like, okay, well, you don't have to. They're not.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's one
They're
thing
not
too,
forcing
is
you to.
there's definitely a huge difference of a feel from using keyboard and mouse to using a controller. Like I just recently built a PC. I've been using my laptop for a while, but I just recently built a PC, and even like
Literally
when
today.
what was that?
Was it like literally today or like yesterday?
Oh yeah, like literally today I got it up and running. But
I recently built a PC today.
well, I built it like 3 days ago. I just got it running
Yeah.
today.
I know.
But
I get it.
if I were to play, say, Skyrim or something on the PC, I might even switch to a controller, just because
Really?
that's what I've used always. And I'm not 100% comfortable with keyboard and mouse yet.
Mm.
But there's just some games where it's nice to be able to sit back in your chair, hold a
with the
controller,
and just
and play
chill
instead of
out,
having to
yeah.
constantly be hunched over the keyboard and mouse and doing that. Yes, it
I
definitely gets
agree.
you 100% more engaged when you're using a keyboard and mouse, because you're, I don't know, it just feels like you're more engaged. You can, your actions are quicker, everything, but
You're more precise.
more precise, yeah. But sometimes I like to be able to just sit back and use a controller and not have to worry about it.
No, I agree. And even controller wise, like even the Switch, the Joy-Cons. One sec, I gotta reconfigure. The Switch, the Joy-Cons. It's like when you have if you're using the Joy-Cons and not a Pro controller, because a Pro controller is practically just the Xbox One controller. That's, in my opinion, better. But anyways, you hold the Joy-Cons and you literally, instead of like, oh, I have to hold the controller in my lap, you can literally set your arms to the side and sit however you'd like and play.
Yeah.
So like I get the whole, well, I'd much rather just sit on a couch with a controller in my hand and play Halo or play Uncharted or Tomb Raider or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But them giving the option is awesome. I think that's just super cool. I think it's a pretty big step. That with that and the cross-platform thing we'll talk about next.
Yeah, no, it's
a
always
pretty big
always
step.
nice for them to throw a little something like that in there. That way, it makes it more for the people that can't afford a big PC to game on, but are more into the games and like want to actually use a keyboard and mouse and Because I mean, of course, you got the people that buy the consoles just for the kids or whatever. They set it up in their living room or wherever, and they play it like that. But yeah, with the keyboard and mouse, like if you're just have your Xbox in your room or whatever on a desk and you want to use that as like a PC, you can actually do that now.
Yeah, like I think that's like pretty crazy for consoles.
Yeah.
Because I mean they've had PCs in the size of consoles. They've had the first big gaming PC I had was the Alienware 50, Alienware something. It was Alienware something. It was like a small, compact Alienware PC.
No, they make them small. Yeah.
For my birthday one time, and it was just like the size of a it was like a little bit bigger than like like a Elite 360, and I was like, damn, this is cool. I ended up selling it. Shout out Donovan for buying it. But then I got this one as a tower. But like with the size of the One X, and the possibility of new consoles coming out within the next 3 years, which is pretty, I'd say pretty likely. Them, especially if they have the mouse and keyboard support already natively supported on the new consoles, whatever they decide, Xbox or Project Scarlet, I think is what they're calling the next Xbox thing. Like, we had Scorpio, now we have Scarlet. If they have that natively on the Scarlet, like that's crazy. Like that's super cool because it's practically just a budget PC at that point. But budget 4K 60 frames PC. Also depending on the games, because if the games don't run at that, then well, oh well. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a good step. TBH.
No, it's a great step. Yeah.
Giving gamers more options is a good thing to do.
Yes, it is.
All right. So yeah, let us know what you guys think about.
So
oh yes, continue.
So going from the giving gamers more options.
Oh yeah, true.
Maybe cross-platform most of your games, most of your big games.
Good transition.
That was a great transition. Thought of it all myself.
PlayStation has finally allowed cross-platform for Fortnite, and so far only Fortnite. Which makes sense. Fortnite is the biggest game on the fucking planet right now. So it would make sense that is the game they choose to do it on, because people were crying out. Because if you had a Fortnite or an Epic account linked to PlayStation, you're actually locked. That account was locked to that PlayStation. Like you couldn't play it. Anyway, it was trash. But they finally were like, fine, we'll allow it. They announced it, and then like an hour later they enabled it. And now the 4 nations live in harmony. PC, console, mobile, and I think that's 3. The 3 nations now live together in harmony. And it's nice. The fact that I can be like, yo, because Chase plays Fortnite on PS4, and I mainly, technically I mainly play it on Switch. Sometimes I'd be like, oh damn, I want to play some Fortnite. But Chase would be on PlayStation playing, because that's where like his battle pass and all that stuff is. Yeah. And I couldn't play with him because he was on PlayStation. So I'm like, damn, I gotta go solo. I actually haven't played it all this season. But now if I want to play, I can be like, yo dog, let's play, hook it up, and then I can be like, oh, Germ's on, let's play with him too, because he's on Xbox. Hop in Discord, let's do this. And then it's like, Germ's on Xbox, I'm on Switch, Chase on PlayStation. And be like, oh Mup, you on PC? Hop on in here, bro. And then you on PC, and then boom,
That's
shakalaka,
true.
we there. And it's like, that's awesome. And the fact that this is the first game to ever exist to actually do this, to actually have full cross-platform play between Xbox and PlayStation, is wall-breaking. Like, that's like, they've broken down a barrier that people have not been able to break down in a very long time.
It's definitely huge. Like, being able to have that to where the doors are open for more games to start doing cross-platform and like actually start bringing the communities together, and like say, because there were a lot of times before, like I would want to play with my cousin or something, and I would want to be playing a game or something. He's like, oh no, like I'll be like, oh, you want to play this game? He's like, oh yeah, I got that. And I'd be like, oh, cool, let's hop on. And then, like, I'll hop on my PlayStation. He'd hop on his Xbox. And I'd be like, ooh, yeah. See, there's a problem here.
Yeah. Yeah, like, one game that I think needs it the most, that needs cross-platform, I think the most right now, which would be super game changing for it, or at least cross saves would be Destiny 2. Back to Bungie, yo, hit me up. Would be Destiny 2.
Yeah.
Because if they had an option where you can have the same, because you get 3 characters, the same 3 Guardians across every console, like, oh damn, like, oh, I'm done playing on PC. Oh, but my raid team on Xbox wants to play, and I could turn on my Xbox and have those same 3 characters there. That would be mind-boggling. Like,
You know what's even crazier?
what?
You wouldn't have to turn on your Xbox. It's cross-platform. You could just play from your PC and play with them.
Well, no. See, that would be different, because I was in cross saves, not necessarily cross platform, because Destiny on PC runs at 60 frames and Destiny on console doesn't.
Okay.
So that's like a super disadvantage for
that's
them.
a huge difference.
So that's why I was like, cross saves would be sick, because then I wouldn't have to worry about, like, oh damn, I don't want to play on PlayStation anymore because my characters are super far behind and the frame rate sucks. But like having, like, oh, I do have some friends that play on PlayStation and I do have some friends that play on Xbox, but I can't play with them because I don't have the characters on that game, on that account is like super terrible. So like I'll never be high enough to do it, because like right now in Forsaken the grind is real to level up, and having to do that again on 6 new, or 8 technically, 8 more characters I would have to do to get all 3 characters on all 3 platforms like ready up. Like that's insane to me. So like having that cross save for Destiny 2 would be absolutely bonkers. I've seen tons of people on Reddit asking, but I don't think Sony would allow that, because then it would take away from people actually playing on PlayStation, because a lot of people have said that, like, oh, if there was cross saves, I would totally get it on PC, and that immediately takes away the fact they'd be like, oh, well, they're just not gonna play on a console anymore, so we're not gonna allow it, you know. So yeah, but and plus with the whole cross-platform thing for Destiny 2 is that PlayStation has exclusive things, and everything else doesn't, so you wouldn't be able to, you know, get the same strikes and weapons and or weapon and armor sets and whatnot. But
yeah,
I think because before, I believe Sony was actually down with cross-platform back in the 360 era, and Microsoft actually said no, obviously because they were in the lead and they didn't want to deal with it, or they were like, no, you need to play on the 360. 360 is the best, you know. And I was young, so I didn't really pay attention as much as I do now. And of course, when this happened, when they were like, we don't want to do it, I was like, oh, come on, like, do it. And then everyone's like, well, Microsoft did the same thing a while back. It's like, okay, well, that was a while back. This is now.
That's
like,
true. It's 2018.
Do it now.
Step it up.
Now. Yeah. So like, I heard Rocket League is doing it. Minecraft
cool.
actually might be doing it soon. Because of it, they already have it between PC, Xbox, and Switch. All I gotta do is throw on that PlayStation. Rocket League is doing PC, Xbox, and Switch as well.
God, I haven't played Rocket League in so long.
I haven't either, but I have it on like every platform. One thing I would love for Rocket League is have a cross progression thing with the same account, because like I have like a level like 27 dude on, or I have like a level 17 guy on Xbox, and then I have a level like 15 dude on Switch, and then I have like a level 20 something on PlayStation, and it's like I would love to combine all of those to one account, you know. But you know, it's okay. I love Rocket League, but having cross saves on that game as well would be sick. Especially with even a game that's been doing cross platform for a while is Final Fantasy 14.
Really?
They do PC, PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
Because it's not even on
that
Xbox
makes sense.
yet.
Yeah.
But they can put it on Xbox now, because cross-platform's a thing now that can happen. So if they, I've seen a lot of people on Reddit. I'm a very avid Reddit user, if you can't tell. I've seen people on Reddit talk about how they're like, hey, listen, like, we want it on Xbox now. Cross-platform's a thing. Put it on Xbox. Mouse and keyboard support's a thing. Put it on Xbox. People said with the mouse and keyboard thing, going back to that topic, they would love to use that with like Civ and Tropicana and stuff like that. Those kind of games, like city builders and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, that's, you know, yeah, but like, cross-platform is something people wanted for a very long time, and the fact that it's finally happening is insane. It is a good time to be a gamer. That sounds fucking sad, but it is a good time to be a gamer because gamers are the most.
Oh no, 100%.
We are the most.
Gaming is huge right now.
Oppressed. We are the most oppressed kind of people. Everyone hates us. As we are rising up. We live in a society.
That's true, dude.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
That's your TED. Nice, dude.
Thanks. We'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
But one thing I will say with all the cross-platform and stuff, and like you were saying with the cross saves, how nobody would want to play on PlayStation anymore and all that. You do have to look at it from like a business standpoint. If they did do everything cross-platform, if they did do everything cross-save and all of this, and you could transfer your thing from PlayStation over to PC, blah blah blah, would it drive people from playing certain consoles? Like, I mean, maybe not, because I do know a lot of people have preferences on the consoles that they play. Like, there are a lot of people that are like strictly Sony PC or Sony PlayStation, like, PlayStation's the best, Xbox is trash, blah blah blah. But like, it could, maybe that's why PlayStation for the longest time didn't want to do cross-platform, is because maybe it would drive people from getting the PlayStation exclusives, you can only play this on PlayStation, you can only play with your friends on PlayStation, there's no need to switch over to Xbox, there's no need to switch over to PC.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, exclusives is like another thing.
No,
like, they'll still have
I saw one thing the other day when someone was getting so pissed off. They're like, I can't believe, you're glorifying exclusives, blah, blah, blah. It's such a terrible thing, such a...
anti-consumer.
Yeah, anti-consumer, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, honestly, it's pro-consumer, because PlayStation makes a good exclusive, so then that drives Xbox to make a better one, and then out of that, you get competition, and competition makes people better.
Exactly. Competition makes the other competition better.
Yes, dude.
Exactly. I like that.
And that was my TED Talk. Thank you for coming.
That is it. We'll see you guys in the next podcast. We're out. Like, that, I mean, that's very true, because a lot of people are like, oh, well, why are exclusives a thing? And it's like, well, because for one, it's how you, sell your console.
Yeah.
Because if there were no exclusives and everything was cross-platform, it wouldn't matter what console you bought. It literally would make no difference. It'd be like, oh, you have a controller preference? Okay. Like, that'd literally be the only defining thing in the entire, like, thing would be the controller at that point.
Yeah.
Or the look of the console, the UI, which, I mean, I guess a lot of people don't like the Xbox UI, but it's fine, dude. It's fine. But I think that we are going in the right direction, and I would love to see more games support cross-platform. Except, I mean, of course, you can't do exclusives because that wouldn't make any sense. But yeah, I mean, that's really all I have to say about it. Ow! Is there any game you would want to have cross-platform?
Honestly, not really. I mean, there's not anything that comes straight to mind that I'm like, oh, that should be cross-platform. I'm hoping that maybe Fallout 76 will be cross-platform. That'd be cool.
Oh,
probably won't be because it's coming out soon.
Someone asked him that already.
I'm sure they did, yeah. I would imagine they did.
Let me check. Crossplay. Yeah, they said it's not happening.
That's right.
So,
I'm not that bummed about it.
Yeah, they said. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it.
See, one thing with the cross-platform thing that I will say too is there's been a lot of times where us as a group will have to ask each other like, "Hey, what are you gonna buy this game on?"
We literally did that the other day. Chase asked me what I'm getting Soul Calibur on. He texted me. He was like, "You're getting Soul Calibur?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "What are you getting it on?" And then I was like, "Probably PlayStation."
Because if everybody's not on the same page,
yeah, we can get really fucked up.
Yeah.
Because there's what, like six of us, seven, almost sometimes 7 of us.
Yeah,
And like if there's a big game we're all playing together and that one person doesn't ask and then everyone gets it on, because I usually just assume, I'm like, okay, well, Donovan and Terrence prefer PlayStation, so whatever game's coming out, they're probably gonna get it on there instead. So I'm like, okay, well they're getting on PlayStation, and then I'll be like, but they don't always play. So I'll ask you guys, like, what are you guys getting on? And then if you're like, oh, we're all getting on Xbox, I'm like, okay, then we'll get it on Xbox. Because I mean, it's pretty much whatever the majority wants.
Yeah.
If like the majority wants to play it on Xbox, then we will. Because Jeremiah doesn't have a PlayStation, so we get it. You should buy mine, but whatever. Yeah. So like having to discuss like that. I mean, it sucks sometimes when specifically like Jeremiah, because he only has the one.
Yeah.
to
So
own
so if
the
the
Xbox.
majority wants to buy it on PlayStation, Jerem's just
Yeah,
kind of
then
screwed.
He's
'cause-
left out.
Yeah.
So
Which sucks.
yeah. So like for Fallout, I think like for Fallout it's tough for me
I'm
because
buying
I
it on
have.
PC. I don't care.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah. I already got the beta code.
Oh shit. Oh god damn it. I don't know what to do now. Okay, well anyways, that makes it even harder. Thanks a lot. I have like Chase and Jeremiah that want to play it on Xbox, and then I have like Christian and Mason and David that want to play on PlayStation because they don't have Xbox. And like they're like, and Christian and Mason are like big Fallout guys.
Yeah.
And then like now there's you. That's like I'm already getting on PC, and it's like god damn it, what do I get it on? Because like I would love to get it on PC. Like
Yeah.
I really would. But like the majority of the people I'm playing, I would probably play with is probably on PlayStation.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe I'll end up buying it
See,
twice.
I was gonna say, here's the thing: do we both fork out the cash to buy it 1.5 times? Like, I'll buy it one on PC, give you half the money
and
for
then give me
Xbox.
30
You buy it on
for-
PlayStation, give me half the money for Xbox, and then we just do it that
We're
way.
practically buying it twice.
Yeah, see, that'd be
God.
rough. That's why we need cross-platform.
At that point, wait. That would make. Why would you give me half to buy it for you to buy it on PlayStation, and then me give you half for you to buy it on when you would just buy the whole thing on Xbox, and then I buy the whole thing on PlayStation.
Because I already have to buy it on PC. I don't want to buy
Yeah,
two
but-
games. What do you think I am, a goddamn
That's
bank?
practically what we would be doing.
I don't know, dude. It'd be game and a half. You'd pay 60 or 80 or whatever you're gonna buy for the PlayStation.
Oh no, just get the base one.
So, dude, you'd pay 60, and then you'd give me 30 for Xbox, dude, and then I'd put in 30 for Xbox,
Oh,
and then
okay,
pay.
okay, I know.
You get what I'm saying now,
Okay.
Kyle?
Yeah, I get it.
You
now.
understand
I thought you
math?
meant. See, what I thought you meant is that like, I would give you 30, and then you would pay the other half for Xbox, and then you would give me 30, and I would pay the other half for PlayStation. And I was like, that makes
I
no
wanted to
sense.
make it difficult, dude. I just,
Yeah, I was like, that would make absolutely zero sense.
Here's the thing: I'll give you $40, and you pay 20 for PlayStation, and then you give me $20, and I'll pay 40 for Xbox. How's that?
What?
I'll
I'll
just
give
make
you
it
10
difficult.
and you pay 50. It's like I'll
That's
give
a
you
deal.
45 and then you can pay 15 and then yeah, we'll do that. Okay, anyways. Yeah, so Fallout's going to be frustrating when that game drops. It's going to be a struggle for me to figure out what I'm getting on. I'll probably end up getting on PC and PlayStation. But I don't know. Maybe by that time I'll try to talk German to getting me or buying my PlayStation.
So,
'cause
hold on.
I've been looking to
What
upgrade
about
anyways.
because on Xbox, because it is Windows, aren't there
Uh-huh.
some games that you can play on a PC if you bought it on Xbox?
Yeah, Sea of Thieves. I have Sea of Thieves on PC.
See, that'd be very nice if they would do that for
Yeah,
Fallout
but it's
76.
not. It's not a. They
God.
only do that for exclusives.
Damn it, dude.
So, sorry. That's like their Xbox Play Anywhere thing. They do that for like State of Decay and stuff like that, but that's only because it's exclusive and they don't do it for other stuff. That'd be crazy. That'd be sick, but yeah, no, they won't do it.
Damn.
But yeah, so went a little off there. But I mean, it was good. I mean, it's still cross-platform, so yeah.
That's true.
Next topic. I don't really know how to segue into this, but we had a new Pokemon revealed called Meltan. It was revealed. Oh, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
In Pokemon Go. It was appearing everywhere. Started appearing everywhere, and it was like completely. It was just like question mark, question mark, question mark.
Kyle, do you still
Um,
play Pokemon Go?
Occasionally, I'll open it up. I
You're-
haven't like gone out and played
You're
in a while.
I've
I'm a
literally
what?
opened mine 3. You're a trooper.
Oh.
I've literally opened mine 3 times in the past year, and that's just when I'm laying in bed, and I open it up, and I'll be like, oh, there's like a, I don't even know what kind of the random Pokemons that pop up. They're not
Yeah, it's just like shit.
just a random Pokemon that's not even good at all. I'll be like, well, I'll catch that real quick, and then I'll close it.
Yeah. But Meltan is it's a Hex Nut Pokemon. It's a Steel type.
Mm-hmm.
It is a nut on top of a nut. If
Yeah,
you
it
look at
is.
a picture of it, it's literally a nut on top of a nut. I thought it was pretty funny. I think it looks cool. Not gonna lie. But whenever you catch it in Pokemon Go, it would turn into a Ditto, and then they had this big cinematic thing. That was it wasn't really a cinematic thing, but it was like, oh, Professor Oak, what is this like Pokemon? And he was like, oh, I don't know what that Pokemon is. And then he was like, oh wait, yeah, I do. It's like an ancient mythical Pokemon called Meltan. Like, motherfucker, how come you didn't tell us about this 7 years ago? If you've known about it this entire time.
Because they hadn't
Why are we
created
just
it
finding
yet,
about
dude.
it? They're the
God damn, Kyle.
but like the Pokemon lore is all
Yeah,
jacked
yeah,
up
yeah.
now. But I think it looks really cool. It is a mythical Pokemon, so it is in the same realm as Jirachi and Victini and Mew and Celebi and all the other pixies. Or Darkrai as well, Arceus and stuff. But it has to evolve. Like, looking at it, there's no way it doesn't have an evolution. It can't be a mythical Pokemon and look like that. Like, there's no way. I refuse to believe.
Kind of just reminds me of Ditto with
Yeah.
a hex on its head.
That's literally exactly what it is. It's a Ditto with a hex nut on its head and a tail,
And a tail.
a red tail. Yeah, I can guarantee it'll evolve into something. I can guarantee it.
Oh, I'm
especially
sure.
especially if they're considering a mythical Pokemon, because that's like in the realm of Arceus. Like, Arceus is literally God in Pokemon. So like, what? Actually, let's talk about some Pokemon Let's Go real quick. You discussed about getting a Switch like 20 minutes ago.
I did.
I honestly think I'm going to skip this next Pokemon game.
Yeah?
I don't know. Something about it just like I get it's supposed to be like it's pretty much literally Pokemon Go, but inside, like you don't have to leave.
Yeah.
And it's a remake of Red and Blue, practically. And I don't know. I just unless they have some kind of crazy unless Meltan evolves into some crazy ass looking dude. I know that like this connects with Pokemon Go, like you can transfer your Pokemon over and like back and forth, or I think it's one or the other. Like, that's cool, but I don't know. There's no Wi-Fi battling, and I just catching Pokemon's whack, and like you can't ever lose, and it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll
it,
just
it,
wait.
it would be nice if they did something to where you could catch all your Pokemon and then keep the Pokemon you want and enter them in battles and stuff. That way you have an incentive to go catch them rather than, oh, I just want to, I mean, cool, you got to catch them all, of course. But rather than, I just want to collect everything. It'd be nice to, man, I just got this badass Pokemon. Hella cool, like, I want to go fight it, see how good it does. And then say, when you battle someone, if you lose, maybe you lose your Pokemon. If you win, you get their
Fuck
Pokemon.
that.
That'd be dope.
Dude,
If-
can you imagine like trying so hard to get a super legendary Pokemon to lose to an Ice Beam?
Bro, I mean, that's just, you gotta
Like,
gamble,
imagine
dude.
this. Imagine this. You're just like, dude, I just caught this Rayquaza, and I'm about to fucking destroy you. And you're just like, Ice Beam. And it's like, God damn it. And you lost your Rayquaza.
You
That would
gotta
suck.
try harder than that, dude.
Dude, you gotta be quicker than that.
You gotta be quicker than that. No, but I mean, even if it wasn't like that, even if you just battle and you got like, I don't know, points or some shit or something like that.
Oh, God, I must be tired.
Or there was like a leveling system.
Well, I mean, there is leveling. There's a leveling system. It's just there's no like competitive aspect to the game.
Or say,
Because it's literally a child game at this point.
each, couple months or so they had seasons, and every season you had to win a certain amount of battles, and you got like a gym token or whatever the fuck they're called, a gym badge.
Gym token.
Couldn't think of the actual word for
I
a
thought
second.
you were thinking of like a new like aspect to the game, and you're just like badge token, gym token.
A gym
Yes.
token, dude. Like something like that would be cool. Give it a little
I-
more.
I
reason to
agree
play.
to a point. I just want a main series game. They said we're getting one in 2019. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Sorry. I just 100 Thieves just Nate Shot just teased new merch and I just lost my shit. My lord, does it look nice. Anyways, I mean, we're getting it in 2019. A new main series game. Make it difficult. It's gonna be Gen 8. This is the first Gen 8 Mon technically. And I have I have high hopes for 2019 Pokemon. 2019 Pokemon is gonna be dope. I can guarantee it.
I mean, it's not like you've ever had a shortage of Pokemon. Like, they constantly pump out Pokemon stuff.
Well, I mean,
Not necessarily main
I
series
would definitely
games.
not. Yeah. Obviously, definitely not constantly, but it
you
is every
constantly
year.
get Pokemon content, so it's not like they're in a huge rush to having to push out a new game.
Mm-hmm. Like, no, I agree. But I want more main series games. Either that
Yeah.
or give me Pokemon Conquest 2. That was the one game I will always preach to get a sequel to is Pokemon Conquest. Because that game is the best spin-off of Pokemon ever. So
Mhm.
it's just fucking great. It's a turn-based strategy game, but Pokemon, and it's like samurais and stuff, and it's just super fucking cool. Anyways,
You know what would be
Um,
cool?
what would be cool, Mup?
If it
tell me.
was an open world action RPG, just like the new leaked Harry Potter game. Boom, fucking nailed it.
Dude, perfect segue. Exactly. All right, perfect. New Harry Potter game leaked. And it looks fucking awesome.
Literally,
I do
like
say
the
so
small little
myself.
snippet that I saw, I was like, "This looks good. Like it looks
The-
decent. Like
It was all over Reddit
don't know
yesterday.
don't know the actual premise of it. Don't know what you got to do. I just saw wands. I
don't
just
either.
saw open world or somewhat of an open world, and I was like,
Yeah.
"That's cool."
Actually, I have a description of exactly what it is.
I saw
I have
something.
I have a synopsis
Oh,
in
go
my
ahead.
screenshots. I will
Okay.
read it.
Go and get that up real quick.
It's
I will
long
say,
as shit.
I did see that it looked as if you could level up. It looked as if you could
You do. You create a
maybe
character.
maybe create your own character,
do.
which would
It
be
shows
fucking
in the
amazing.
In the trailer, it actually shows the created character thing.
Yeah.
It's just in the video I sent you, it doesn't. So let me explain the synopsis of the game. Right now, it is pretty long, so buckle up, and here we go. Set in the 19th century, 1800s, fuck me, I can't read. Set in the 19th century or the 1800s, Wizarding World. This third-person open-world action RPG game centers around your character with unique abilities who has earned a late acceptance to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. You are a newly arrived 5th-year student to Hogwarts that demonstrates a latent gift for magic, with a unique ability to track and identify remnants of a potent ancient power. Upon arrival, strange events begin to materialize in the Forbidden Forest, and trouble begins to brew within the castle walls. Together with Professor Elzar Fig, you embark on a journey through both familiar and never-before-seen locations to bring to light the truth behind the mysterious occurrences. On your quest, you will craft potions, master new spells, and discover fantastical beasts. Fantastical beasts, and where to find them. You will battle dark wizards, goblins, other supernatural enemies, and uncover the truth about your destiny. The fate of the wizarding world lies in your hands. Features: journey to Hogwarts and become one of 8 different wizard types. Experience Hogwarts and make new friends, uncover new secrets, and change the fate of the wizarding world. Experience a new magic system that creates countless possibilities to master magic. Freely explore the wizarding world for the first time. Choose your house and your friends at Hogwarts and decide to pursue a path of good or evil. Create your own witch or wizard and experience an all-new, separate story from the books or films.
Listen, it's been every kid's dream since the Harry Potter movies came out, and if you read the books since the books came out, to be a goddamn wizard,
Mm-hmm.
and they're allowing you to be a goddamn wizard, and I love it.
Exactly. And from what I saw of the gameplay and stuff, it looked lit. Originally, people thought that it was the Rocksteady game that they were working on. Because there was a leaked rumor for the new Justice League game. That was a pretty big rumor that appeared on Reddit last week. I guess we could have talked about that, but I don't have it pulled up anymore. So people were like, "Oh crap, maybe the Justice League rumor is wrong, and it's actually this Harry Potter game." And then it came out that a source said that it wasn't Rocksteady's game, that this Harry Potter one is, and I was like, "All right, that's fine." But it looks sick as fuck.
I will
and
say
it looks great.
I will say WB was real quick to copyright and strike every single freaking video I've seen.
Yes.
I went to go look when you told me about it. I went to go look
Uh-huh.
for videos. Every video I clicked on, went to go load. Sorry, this has been copywritten.
Really? By WB?
By WB.
Then we know it's true. Then we know ain't no rumor no more. We know that shit's confirmed. We are getting a Harry Potter game probably next year.
Let's see exactly what it says.
I will say summer next year.
Yeah.
Unless they've announced it from me sitting here.
Let's go to the Variety. Variety 2018. Video unavailable. This video contains content from Warner Bros. Entertainment Interactive, who has blocked it on copyright grounds.
Alright. So, like, I think it'll be good. We need a good Harry Potter game. Because, I mean, I like the Harry Potter movies. I've only read the first 2 books.
I've never read the books.
I never read the first. I read them. I think I read them for school. But I never read the third one because at that point I was just like, I'm just gonna watch the fucking movie. And that's actually my favorite Harry Potter movie, The Prisoner of Azkaban. And I actually need to rewatch those movies. Actually, you know what? Since it's gonna be a rainy day tomorrow, I'm gonna rewatch the Harry Potter series tomorrow.
Do it, bro.
Of course, after I edit this, of course.
Of course, dude.
And after I do more research on stuff. Specifically your cheeks. Anyways, this game is going to be dope. I can already see it. Actually, I can already see this. The game's hyped up beyond belief. It's crazy. It seems like it's going to be the best Harry Potter game ever. And then it comes out, and it's utter garbage. I can see that happening.
I'll still buy it. I'll still play it. I don't care.
But what console?
Probably PC.
What if it's not on PC?
I will I'll drive down to Warner Brothers headquarters, and I'll write the script or the coding. However the hell you make a video game, I'll make it for PC.
You know what, Mom? You do that.
Yeah, I'll get
You
right
do
on
that.
it.
I don't even know what if it's a mobile game?
I'll still buy it. I don't care. It's not a
I'd be
mobile
really
game.
disappointed.
I can tell you that right now.
I'd be really disappointed if it was a mobile game. Like, I know it's not, because it looks pretty intense to be a mobile game, but, like, I'd be really sad. I could see it being on Switch, though. That'd be sick.
I mean, that'd be cool.
Be sick. Yeah, I mean, that we really don't know much past, like, there was, like, beasts you can tame. You could, like, tame creatures, it shows in the trailer. So that's pretty fucking wild. I assume maybe you'll be able to meet friendly faces. Maybe some good old Malfoy, maybe some good old Potter. Good old Weasley. Maybe meet some Weasley, yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm excited. I like Harry Potter.
No, it'll be good.
I'm always down for some Harry Potter. Actually, fun fact, I haven't even... maybe I'll watch the Fantastic Beasts movie. I've never seen that movie.
Oh, it's a good movie.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
I was
going
very
to, but I never
skeptical going into it. Like, is this gonna live up to the Harry Potter? It was good. It was good.
It was good?
Yeah.
I'll have to give it again.
It wasn't, you don't get the same feel. But if you just go into thinking like, okay, it's not Harry Potter, it's a different movie. Like, it is part of the Harry Potter world, but it's not Harry Potter. Like, it's different. Just go into it with that mindset, and you'll have a very joyous time watching it.
All right. I'll have to do that. Or maybe the game will get shut down, just like Telltale Games. Oof, perfect transition. Perfect transition. So Telltale Games is shut down. Yeah. So apparently it went bankrupt because their games weren't selling enough.
Well, okay, so some of the people I watch on YouTube have like worked for like IGN and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
know people that work at Telltale, and from what I've heard is apparently they would like contract someone to make a game. That person would make a game, and instead of just contracting them to do another game or do another like season, how they have like Walking Dead season
Mhm.
1, instead of just contracting the same people to do the same thing, they'd completely fire everybody or lay everybody off and then hire a whole new crew to do it. And I guess one of the guys would go in there, like one of the higher ups would go in there
Mhm.
and just be like, "No, I don't like this, change that. No, I don't like this, change that. No, I don't like this, change that." And would just add hours and hours and hours on of work, and people would just stay after. And like I've seen a lot of people tweet like,
Yeah, I've seen lots of people on Twitter be like, are like sleepless nights because we're
yeah,
stuck here.
yeah, and they
doing
give
all
us
this
nothing
crap.
for it. Yeah,
Yeah. Like no.
So
Yeah.
it sounds very much so like their business model was just terrible. I even
Yeah,
saw
the
something about
management
how
was
they
shit.
were buying, like trying to buy like not trying to buy rights, but like announcing like, hey, we're gonna start working on this project, blah blah blah, without even getting the rights to it first, or without
Oh
even
wow.
like they would hire people on to do a project before they got the rights to make the game,
Damn.
just because they
Because
were
I know
like,
they were gonna make a Stranger Things game.
that's
I
what
was
I'm
pretty
talking
excited.
about. Is
No. They said they
I
said
don't
they
thi-
had
I don't think they acquired.
because Netflix said something about it.
Okay, they might have then.
Yeah, Netflix said something about it that they were. Netflix said that they're gonna help them finish their Minecraft series they're doing on Netflix, and then like Netflix talked about interest in helping them finish the Stranger Things game. At least the first season.
Yeah.
And it's like there's also lawsuits going up against them for poor like work environment and stuff like that, which sucks because like there was 255 people working there, and in a single snap of a finger, freaking unexpected Thanos, 25 of them were left.
Yeah.
They were just like, "You're done."
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
So 200.
Luckily, other companies were like, yeah.
Swooped 'em
Luckily,
up.
other companies were
Yeah.
like, "Hey, come on, like we'll take you."
Well, you gotta
specifically
imagine what it feels like to
Ubisoft.
be in that standpoint. Like
Yeah, you just
being
like
being a game developer. I mean, I'm sure you make decent amount of cash. So
actually. Fun fact: they didn't. I
that's
saw a lot of them tweeting
that they didn't
because
get
they lived in
anything?
the Bay Area, so they were living
Oh yeah,
literally
it's
paycheck by
expensive.
paycheck.
It's expensive as hell to live.
They were
Well, that's
most
even-
of them were living paycheck by paycheck, and whenever they got the news that they were being laid off, they literally couldn't pay that month's rent.
That's what I'm saying. That's what's even worse if you're living paycheck to paycheck, because if you are making a lot of money and you have money saved up, if you get laid off or something like that, yeah, you collect unemployment for a little bit, you get back on your feet, you use all the savings you have from all the money you're making. If you're working paycheck to paycheck, like I know how it feels. I work a lot of the times. I have to work paycheck or go paycheck to paycheck, but it's like if you don't work as much as you usually do, or if you don't work at all for that time, you're screwed. Like there's literally
Yeah.
nothing you can do. 'Cause
Especially if you live by yourself and you don't
Especially
have
if-
anyone to help
Especially if you live by yourself and in the Bay, because it is
you.
like
Yeah, it's like
two times
stupid
expensive, 2 times more expensive in the Bay than like anywhere else.
Yeah. And yeah, I just think it sucks because like they're originally they said they were gonna finish this last season of The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And they aren't. They actually said that after the episode they released last week on Tuesday actually. I think they released it Tuesday. It's done. Like they're done. They're not continuing it. That's literally it. That's the last episode of The Walking Dead. And it's episode 2 of 5. So there's still 3 more. So that means Clementine may never get the end of her story, which sucks. I mean, I've only played through the first season of The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
So like I didn't know anything past that. I have dabbled in The Wolf Among Us, which I thought was pretty cool, and that was also a very anticipated title to get a second season. Not getting it. I heard Borderlands was super good. Not getting another one. I've heard good things. Oh, actually, I played the first episode of Batman. The Batman one they made. I liked it. Not getting any more of those though. They're also selling the second episode of Batman, which is the last one I think,
Uh-huh.
for $40 on Switch.
I was just about to ask you, how much are the games usually?
Usually, I think maybe it's the second season, but I
Mhm.
usually altogether it's 25 for the first season.
Okay, I
But
mean that's
on
not too bad.
Switch, no, it's not because it's like $5 an episode because there's only 5 episodes per season,
Yeah.
and each episode is roughly like 2 hours. But on Switch, I think it's the second season or the second episode. It's $40, and it's like what?
I mean,
I can check right now.
I feel like they're just trying to get as much money as they can before they go completely.
Well, they're already fucking ripped.
Yeah.
But like, bro, that's expensive as shit. Yeah, I mean it sucks because like their games were. I thought their games. Apparently, their games were becoming kind of mediocre because they were more or less the same thing.
One thing I did hear is God, I'm completely blanking on the word. The engine. That it was completely outdated. Like that was
Yes,
apparently they're
it
still
was,
using the
yes.
same exact engine that they started
Yes.
with, and they've never updated it,
Yes.
never tried to fix
Okay,
it.
so I was wrong. It's the first season
Oh, okay.
of Batman for $40. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Or maybe it's the second season.
maybe that's
I
one
think
and
it's
two.
the second season. No, it says includes access to all 5 episodes in this
Oh.
all new season from the award-winning studio Telltale Games. So I think it's
Shit.
the second season. I don't know. Maybe it's the first season. I might be fried. No, I think it's the first season. Anyways, $40 is kind of ridiculous. I would get it on Switch if it wasn't $40. If it was $25, I would have bought it already. Because you can actually get the first season free on Xbox and play it. Fun fact. Oh shit. Something's happening. Oh no! Things are happening.
Jesus, calm down, dude.
No, my computer's like freaking out because I plugged my Switch in. Okay, anyways, we're fine now.
Oh, rip.
Still recording? Yeah, still recording. Sorry for the hiccup. But yeah. I don't know, man. Like, I like games like that where they're just like complete story. Because those are the kind of games you could sit down. Because I like playing story-based games. Like, I like sitting down. Like, the last time it rained here, it rained for like a week. And
Yeah.
I spent those days, I spent like Monday I played Halo 2. And then Wednesday I played Halo 3 because they're not very long campaigns. And then I think like Thursday I played through Gears 1. And then I didn't go through Gears 2, but like I because it was storming and it was raining, I was just like I'm just gonna chill out and relax and just play some story games. And like
No, they're nice games, especially now that with the Switch. If you can get the games on the Switch, you can literally, rainy day, you can curl up in bed
yeah, and just play
with
'em.
your Switch and just play a game.
Yeah. So it's like it sucks that they're being shut down. Hopefully the people that did get laid off find good jobs and their writing skills go to good use. Yeah. So I mean,
I would imagine a lot of them got picked up.
yeah, Ubisoft
If
put
not
out a
all of
thing
them.
and they were like we'll be like here in Vancouver, come on down, we'll buy you
Mhm.
drinks and food and stuff and we'll get you a place on our company thing. Cuz a lot of
Yeah.
things they were like, "Oh, come apply." But Ubisoft was literally like, "We'll hire you." Like they weren't like they weren't like, "Oh, come apply." They were just like, "We will hire you." And it's like,
Well, that's
damn.
the thing. Like,
That's
there are
crazy.
so many like big gaming companies that could use new people,
Mhm.
and it would be nice because you have all of these game developers and writers and all this that are freshly unemployed that you don't have
Freshly
to. I mean, you have to
unemployed,
probably
fuck.
train them a little bit to kind of get them in the ways of however you do it in your company,
Uh-huh.
but they're not going to be fresh out of school or something, or fresh just moved to LA or to the Bay to make games.
Yeah.
Or I think San Francisco is one of the big game places.
Yeah, I
like
think
just moved to San
Seattle
Francisco.
and stuff like that.
Yeah. So, I mean, there are a lot of fresh, very skilled people on the market now, which, is good for game companies because they can swoop them up. And one, it helps out the game companies, and two, it definitely helps out the developers and stuff all the writers and stuff that got laid off.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, it's cool to see stuff like that, like Ubisoft saying like, "Hey, come on, we'll hire you." Like, that sucks. Sorry to see that happen. Come work for us. Like, we got you.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's just super cool. I think
Yeah.
it's good on them. They've had some problems. Odyssey, actually, fun fact. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I've heard is getting some pretty good rave reviews. So good job, Ubisoft.
I have a giant ass, like, 4-foot poster in my living room.
For Odyssey?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. They have Atlantis DLC in that game, so I'm gonna have to pick it up and play that. But yeah. So moving on, we know what team, what game company that hasn't laid off a lot of people.
There you
Bungie.
go. Get through it. There you go.
Hey, Bungie. Bungie hasn't, but people have quit from Bungie. But Bungie has filed a trademark for something called Matter. We don't have anything else other than the name Matter.
They actually, if you go ahead and click on that link.
No, I know. I was getting there. There. Apart from Matter, we have it's been filed under 2 categories: computer game software and online entertainment services. So whatever Matter is, it's most likely a game.
Oh no! They also have a
logo.
A logo
Yes.
that they copyright.
The logo is here. It'll also be in the thumbnail. I'll remember to use that in the thumbnail. I really like the logo.
It is.
I
a pretty
think-
cool logo.
I know it's like simple and it literally just says Matter, but like the colors are nice, and I really like it. I really do.
See, there's zero. I have zero idea of what it could be.
Yeah, I don't know.
They could do anything with that.
My original my first thought is looking at it, if it's gonna be a game, is a colorful
Yeah, I'd hope so.
sci-fi type game, similar-esque to Cyberpunk in terms of like bright colors, style. I guess Cyberpunk.
That was my first thing that popped. Honestly, the very first game that popped in my head was Brink.
that same. I don't
Yeah.
know why.
Yeah,
What is Brink's
I
logo?
couldn't tell you why either. It's like blue, and I think it's about like the same font. I think something like that.
Yeah, it really did remind me of Brink 2. Like, I don't know, not Brink 2, but like Brink 2.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Brink as well.
Yeah, I don't know I don't know what it is. Like, that was honestly the first thing. I was gonna say that earlier, but I wanted to save it for this. But
yeah,
like,
no, the first thing that popped in my head was Brink.
yeah, that's weird. That's really weird. I wonder if anyone else thinks that, if it reminds them of Brink. I wouldn't mind a game like Brink again. I thought that was a cool idea for
Brink
a
was
game.
fun.
We talked about it in our E3 podcast. About
did, yeah.
having Brink 2.
Yeah.
But like Matter. Like, I mean, I'm a sucker for anything from Bungie. I love Halo. I love Destiny. So like, I mean, bring on the more games. Like, I think Bungie made a deal with another company with another place to make a game.
Mm-hmm.
Bungie makes deal with
With Devil.
Bungie makes deal with, and then the first thing is North Korea.
Nice. So like I said, with the Devil.
Game company.
Got him.
Oh yeah, Bungie gets $100 million investment from a Chinese gaming company, NetEase.
Okay.
It says to help us explore new directions. I think that's what this has to do, because fun fact. Another fun fact. We've been dropping fun facts left and right. This podcast tonight. Bungie actually, when they originally signed for Destiny with Activision, it was a 10-year agreement, and that 10-year agreement ends in 2020, so it ends in 2 years. So in 2020, that's going to be the last year of Destiny, at least main series. But they have announced that the partnership with Activision is unaffected by this new partnership, but that it expects to continue to grow the franchise many years to come, and it's a long-term goal is to become an entertainment company that sustains many worlds simultaneously. So, it also says NetEase has developed some of the country's internet infrastructure and provides email services, advertising, online gaming, and mobile games. And they also license games like World of Warcraft and Overwatch. So,
Okay.
this matter could be something that has to do with that. And if it was like Brink, I wouldn't even be mad. I think that'd be cool. If it was a single player focused story that was colorful and explosive and cyberpunky, because apparently cyberpunk is going to be the next new thing, I'm down. But yeah. First instincts is Brink, or first impressions is Brink.
First thought was Brink.
And then now with this, knowing this whole $100 million investment thing, one, that's a lot of money, and two, I think that's what this has to do with. Maybe Matter is. It could be like a streaming service. Maybe it's a live action Destiny show.
I mean, isn't it filed under computer game software?
Yes, but you never know.
I mean, true.
It's also under online entertainment services, so.
Oh, okay. So it's gonna be like a cam girl website.
Yes, dude. Except it'll be
Okay.
just Guardians from Destiny.
Yeah.
And Thrall.
Well, that's why it's under computer game software, because it's interactive.
Yes.
It's like a game.
So like you can like use your mouse to fondle the Thrall.
Yeah, of course.
It's hot. But yeah, I mean that's all we know. I can't say I'm excited, but like I'm looking forward to seeing what this actually is.
I'm excited to see what it's gonna be, and then I'll determine if I'm excited from that.
Next year's E3, I'm gonna call it. Next year's E3, that's gonna be announced. Matter.
Probably.
Whatever it is, it's gonna be announced next year's E3. Just kidding, because next year's E3 will probably be the Taken Queen, as I'll call it now for Destiny.
I mean, they can do more than one.
Whatever that
Like
was
he
in the
said.
background was hilarious. Whoever just screamed
that'd be my roommate.
that was funny. I just like it got quiet and ooh yeah.
Don't know what the fuck he's talking about, but he's real enthusiastic.
Yeah, he's going off. Is there a no, it's Wednesday. Or Tuesday. There's no fight tonight.
No, he's on Discord right now.
Oh, he's on Discord. That makes a lot of sense. He probably just want to match a Fortnite or something. PUBG, I don't know. Yeah, so like all I know is Matter. I mean, it looks cool. I like the colors. That's about it. But I think that is it for tonight's show. So
Yeah, that's all I got.
yeah, if anyone did enjoy, let us know down below. If you stuck around this long, let us know by saying Mup's cheeks taste like chocolate. And I know. And we will see you guys in the next one. I'm Kyle.
And I'm up.
Deuces.
Deuces.